My sister slapped me in front of 200 people at her wedding because I would. My sister slapped me in front of 200 people at her wedding because I wouldn't give her my penthouse. Turns out a judge was watching. At my sister's lavish wedding, my parents insisted that I give up my penthouse for their new family. Mom exclaimed, "Selfish children don't deserve success." Dad added, "Your sister's children need real homes." Sister scoffed, finally getting what I've always deserved. When I declined, she struck me harshly in front of 200 people. Everyone began laughing. I did not cry. I picked the revenge that would permanently silence them. The champagne flute trembled in my palm as I saw my sister Sabrina glide across the marble floor of the Ritz-Carlton's large ballroom, her custom Vera Wang gown trailing behind her like liquid silk. 200 people had arrived to see her beep tail wedding to Derek, a brilliant investment banker she met only 8 months before. I couldn't help but notice the irony that she was marrying for money while wanting me. I'm Vivian, 32 years old, and I've worked my beep hard to be where I am now. While Sabrina was busy playing house with several lovers in her 20s, I was pulling all-nighters in law school and working 70-hour weeks at a top Manhattan firm. 5 years ago, I took the biggest risk of my life by establishing my own firm, focusing on business litigation. It paid off spectacularly. Last year, I concluded a settlement that allowed me to acquire a penthouse overlooking Central Park, which everyone now claimed belonged to them. Vivian, darling, you look absolutely radiant. My mother, Deanne, approached with her typical phony smile, which she saved for when she wanted something. Her silver hair was precisely coiffed, and she wore a navy dress that likely cost more than most people's rent. We need to have a little family chat. My stomach sank. Family conversations in the Morrison household were never good news. Mom, it's Sabrina's wedding day. Can't whatever this is. Wait, actually no. My father, Robert, appeared beside her, his expression harsh. At 58, Dad still. Expression harsh. At 58, Dad still commanded attention in his fitted tuxedo, but his eyes bore the unmistakable disappointment that had haunted me since boyhood. We've been discussing your living situation. My living situation. I sat down with my champagne and realized I needed both hands free. What about my living situation? Well, honey, Mom's voice took on that sickeningly lovely tone. You know how Sabrina and Derek are starting their family. They're going to need more space than that tiny apartment Derek has been renting. I blinked. They're not even pregnant yet, Mom, but they will be soon. Sabrina's voice echoed over the little circle as she joined us, her new husband's arm around her waist. At 28, she was certainly attractive with auburn hair and green eyes, but her expression was calculated and it made my skin crawl. We're planning to start trying right away. Congratulations, I murmured cautiously. I'm sure y'all find a lovely place to raise your family. We already have, Sabrina replied, her smile bright. We want your penthouse. The words struck me like a physical blow. Excuse me? Now, Vivian, before you get all defensive, Dad jumped in, his voice taking on that patronizing tone he used when he thought he was being reasonable. Think about this logically. You're a single woman. You don't need all that space. Sabrina and Derek, on the other hand, are starting a family. Need room for children for their future. You want me to give up my home? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The home I worked for years to afford, not give up. Mom hastily corrected, trade. You could take Derek's apartment. It's perfectly adequate for one person. A 600 FT studio in Queens, I asked frankly. You want me to trade my 3-bedroom penthouse on the Upper West Side for a studio apartment in Queens? Vivian, don't be so dramatic, Sabrina urged.